G'day gamers, Ranger Tony here, back with more Elder Scrolls Oblivion with our Dunmer battlemage spellsword that I'm calling a Spellblade, custom class. Although, I now realise why the battlemage had the primary attribute, the primary skills that it did, because to raise intelligence you need alchemy or conjuration or mysticism, which I didn't take any of those as primary skills. So we're going to have to struggle with that a little bit. But let's dive back on in. Okay, so what are we up to? Quest-wise, Joffrey wants me to contact him, so we've done that much of the main quest line. We could go back and do the battle for Castle Kvatch, which I haven't done before. I'm not sure what that's going to entail. I could go and look at doing the stuff in Anvil, but I think I want to punch out a couple of the early quests. Yeah, none of the stuff here. I want to punch out a couple of the early quests for fighter and mage guilds. G'day Shift's Legacy, g'day Grendelman. How yous doing? Just a second. Gotta move one of my screens a little bit. That's better. And of course it's actually not the middle of the night, it's only 5 PM, which means I should, I think it's up this way, I should be able to go into the guilds. Let's have a look. Do I have stuff to sell? No. Oh, why did I leave that descendant stone back in the castle?
What's the news from the other parts of Tamriel? They say that slavery has been abolished.
So actually, I feel like I need to get my blade skills up a touch, blade and block, compared to my magic skills. So let's join the Fighters Guild first.
Hi there.
I think
There's more gold in arena fighting, sure. But contracting with the guild is safer. And
Greetings. How may I help you? Are you perhaps interested?
yes, please.
The Fighters Guild is always looking for new members. If you've got a clean record and don't have a bounty on your head, we may be able to use you.
I have a
Are you interested in
pristine
joining?
record.
Excellent. You are now an associate in the Fighters Guild. You should report to either Azan in Anvil
Which is here.
or Burz Grocash in Shadenel for contracts.
Okay. So
Just do your
Indeed.
job.
Have you seen Glistel and Melintus Anchorus together? Isn't it awful?
It is awful. Her poor mother.
Hi
What
there.
is Glistel thinking?
where is...
So I've heard.
Safe travel.
Hang on, we're not in Anvil.
Bye.
That would be part of the problem. We're not in Anvil. Hello, Mr. Porter. I'm not going to bother raiding this place at the moment. Do we want to start the main quest? No, let's just go... G'day, BM. Let's just go straight to Anvil. And not muck around. So Anvil is down here. Main gate is there. And the Fighters Guild is over this way? Oh, hang on, this is it here. No, that's it there. That's the Mage Guild. This is the Fighters Guild here. it's 2 a.m., so the chances of me finding someone up and about to give me missions is pretty much non-existent.
Do you need something?
Yeah, I do, but you're not going to be able to help, so I will just come and sit over here and wait for, say, 5 hours. I believe that's who we need to talk to right there.
Amazon, head of the Anvil Fighter. A contract for you? I think I've got something.
Okay.
Farewell.
Silly rat problem. Let's go and do it. Now, she's over this way, I think. Did I not pick up that quest? Okay, maybe I've got to ask a little bit more about it.
What brings you here?
It's you. Hi.
Now he's run away.
How do you do?
Well met.
Indeed.
It's you. Well met.
There we go.
Yes, rats.
Fine. Okay, I had to
Go
ask
take care of the
that
rats.
thing about it. So annoying. Okay. Excuse me, doggy. Thank you.
Oh, it's you.
Hello.
Okay. Is it that house there or that house there? I think it's this house here. Yes, this one rings a bell. She's pretty well always up here somewhere. There we go.
Ah, that's right. Please save my little rats.
No, you... Okay, so unfortunately a rat died. If that's a deal breaker, then tough luck. Doing the best I can.
Oh, well, what have you found? A mountain lion? Where there's one? Please, go find Panaris and those mountain lions.
Okay, Panaris is just here in this building. Right here.
Pinaris. Mount. Let's go hunting.
And I'm not really going to wait for you because I know exactly where they are. Whereas if you follow him, he does a jig all over the place looking for stuff. And instead I can go straight to them. I'll let him
A
catch
coin.
up.
I don't know.
I've killed them. Well, hopefully killed them. Yes, this is the same build from last night. I have not started again. This is my Blade Master build. It is basically a cross between a battlemage and a spell sword. I did very briefly consider starting again because I now, as I said right at the very start of the episode, I now recognize why the battle mage takes the starting skills that it does, because the skills that I didn't take. So if we have a look, I took blade block, heavy armor, alteration, destruction, illusion, and restoration. Now a battle mage, let's just make sure I'm saying everything correctly by looking up the details on the wiki. But a battle mage takes alchemy, alteration, which I do have, blade, which I have. They also take blunt, I don't know why, and they take conjuration as well as destruction, and then they take mysticism. So they don't have block, heavy armor, illusion, or restoration. They have everything else. But alchemy, conjuration, and mysticism are the items that they need to raise their intelligence. See, alchemy, conjuration, and mysticism there. And, of course, blade and blunt will raise their strength. I don't have any of the stuff as major skills to raise my intelligence. I'm still raising it by using those, but they're not my primary skills. So I probably should have swapped out, say, illusion for conjuration or something like that in this build to give me a bit of a leg up on keeping my intelligence up, because intelligence is defining my magicka pool, and I really want as much of that, as you can imagine, as possible. Let's just heal ourselves up while we're waiting for the so-called hunter to catch up to us after we've killed these mountain lions. Where is this hunter? I don't see any sign of him. Has he even got out of the town yet? Doesn't look like it. No, I mean, obviously he's following the creature's tracks and all, but what does the mission say that I should be doing? Okay. So we have killed them. Just make sure he's not out here amongst the farms or anything. I think is that him waiting down there at the gate? Sort of looks like it. Yes, it is.
I think that'll be all of them.
There we go. You didn't have to do anything. Well, it's actually the first time... Last night was the first time that I've built a custom character as well. So... I can't say that I absolutely knew what I was doing, but I had a fair idea.
Oh, you've got to take care of those mountain lions!
I've done that.
You think you've gotten rid of...
Okay, there's one still in the basement. Brought out. Spells ready. And there we go. Very good.
gods, you killed that thing. This is ridiculous. Someone's out to get me, to get my poor babies. I'll bet it's that quill weave next door. She's the one. She's never liked... She thinks...
Okay.
Please save my little rats.
So I finally... This is like the third time I think I've done this quest, and I finally now remember that the...
Hi there.
Hi! Speak of the devil, you're the person who I want to catch in the act, but she doesn't do anything suspicious during... Well, overly suspicious during the day, so I have to wait. I think it's midnight, but we will wait until... We'll wait for 10 hours, say, and see what we can find. Because I used to follow her around, the other couple of times I've done this mission, followed her around for, like, from dawn until dusk, going, when is she going to do this thing that is suspicious? And she's nowhere to be found.
Yes. You what? My hand. I've been... Goodbye.
Hang on. She asked me not to tell, but I'm going to tell. Just because what she was doing is wrong. G'day, Walter. How you doing? I'm doing all right.
So, did you find...
Yep, she was behind it, and we have finished
my rats are so cute.
the mission. Okay. And back to the guild, and I think I'm going to have to wait again. But I could always raid the place and look for any loot. But I'm not trying not to do that too much in this playthrough.
Greetings
so
to you.
we might not do that.
Oh, hello.
So let's see if it's only 10 o'clock at night. Aha.
Well met.
Contract.
I'll need someone who's at least an apprentice.
Okay.
You've done...
Now.
Looking for more work, eh? Good. Got a contract for you. I'd like you to go talk...
Norbert.
He runs Lel's quality.
Okay.
Take care of Lels.
Another
Needs
one
that.
that requires being around at night. Now, hopefully this
Oh,
time,
hello.
this will
Greetings.
be significantly easier than it was trying to do this as an archer. The very first time I did this mission for Norbert, I was playing as a warrior. Actually, I was playing as a spellsword, and I had no real problem with the fight. But I don't know how many times I died the other night trying to do this as an archer.
I've never read any of Quillweed's writing. I've
So
heard they're
this
very
will be interesting. I tend to agree, Nurok, but there's a caveat there, and that is I find archers hard to play in both games, but with the bound bow in Skyrim, I managed to complete the quests. Bound bow and heavy armor, let me point out. Okay? For me, I'm coming to the realization that
Oh, hello.
I sort of need to have characters with heavy armor. That just seems to be a thing for me. So, bound bow and heavy armor
Oh, it's you.
was
Hi there.
very
Everybody's
successful
talking
for
about
me.
profit. After the attack on the chapel,
How
you
goes
are
it?
inclined to believe almost
Okay,
anything.
so the guy I'm looking for is not in here.
Interesting.
Hi there. They say that when you...
Okay, I'm going to waste a lot of time here because I've got to wait for this shop to open. And then once I've got the quest for him, I've got to wait all day until midnight for the actual quest. I sort of feel like I should head out of town and try and find another mission to do while I'm waiting. But the closest mission is the one underneath the castle with the pirate ship thing, and that was really hard, at least as an archer previously, so... Yeah, see, the problem is, the reason why I feel like I need heavy armor, even as an archer, even as a sneaky archer, is because I don't transition well from shooting at a distance to them getting close to me. It's a fault I have. It's something that when I'm playing I try to do, but in the heat of the moment I just don't do very well, and that is getting up and running, the whole kiting as an archer thing. Partly because I've got to start thinking about, or I've got to make a conscious effort to remember the path behind me so that I can keep that escape route. And it's because it's only really a problem when I'm indoors, you know, in a dungeon or whatever, and someone's coming for me and I need to back away and keep firing at them. And it's like my brain... I'm actually really good at remembering directions and things spatially, so you'll probably notice that if you've watched a number of my videos when I've been playing Skyrim and Elder Scrolls, I don't often get lost in dungeons. Occasionally I do get a little bit lost, and there is a couple of dungeons around in both games that are designed in such a way that it does give me a little bit of a thing, but generally speaking, and this goes in real life as well, generally speaking, I have a pretty good sense of direction, actually. And this is a complete aside, but I saw a video the other day, and it was talking about unique languages. But one of the things that attracted me to it, it was talking about one of the Australian Aboriginal languages. Now, if you don't know, if you're not from Australia, there's not one group of Aboriginal people. There were numerous tribes all over the country, and so there were numerous languages. But it turns out that one of the languages, and I think it's actually close to where I live, one of the tribal groups and their languages was very unique in that they had no personal directions. So when I say that, you know, most of us think forward, behind, left and right, okay? But the language that these Aboriginals spoke did not have any words for left and right or front and back. Everything was talked about in cardinal directions. So what you said, if I would never say in front of me in that language, I would say south of me. I'm actually facing south at the moment. It took me a second to work out which direction I'm facing, but I'm sitting here at my desk. I'm facing basically south. So this language, the speakers of this language innately had to know at all times the general cardinal direction that they were facing. Now, they of course didn't have the same words for north, south, east, and west, but that was basically the way the language works. And yeah, I found it really interesting to think that, you know, there's actually a language out there where the people who speak the language are just so innately, they know at any point in time what direction they're facing. And that's actually how they give any sort of directions. Even if they talk about, you know, where something is in relation to them. They don't say in front of or to the left or whatever. It's it's a cardinal direction, is how they point it out. I was saying something. I don't know how I got to that though. I know I was saying something about dungeons and stuff and getting lost in them, but I don't remember. Well, I think the idea is they were known, like in a lot of it's sort of like the American Indians.
May I help you?
Right, in that a lot of American Indians were considered to be very good trackers and were very rarely got lost. And, there's stories of World War I and World War II where companies would have American Indians as scouts because of their abilities to, always know where they were and track in all conditions and all that sort of stuff. Some groups of Australian Aboriginals had very similar things. And I don't know if the ones that had this language were considered that, but I would assume that they probably were very good trackers. And, they found it pretty hard to get lost. They pretty well knew where they were at most times. I mean, for me, it's a similar thing. I find it, and it's just more and more as I get older, more experience and everything. I don't get lost very easily because I tend to think a bit more on the bigger picture. Sure, I can technically be lost if I'm walking the streets or driving, which I rarely do anymore. But if I'm moving around in an environment, I may not know exactly pinpoint where I am. But if I know that I'm facing a general direction and I know the general direction of my destination that I'm trying to go, then, follow the streets until you get to a street that's heading in the direction that you want to go, and, you'll eventually get to where you need to be. I'm not the sort that just gives up and says, that's it, I'm lost, turns around and goes home or gets into a tiz or whatever. I don't know that they relied on celestial coordinates or anything. I mean, the American Indians might have, but this Aboriginal group, I'm not sure how they did it. All I know is that they, all of their language was based on cardinal sort of directions rather than personal directions. So yeah, I could go and I think what I was getting at here is I could go and do a bit of a dungeon while I'm waiting for this guy, or I could just ramble on more, or we could just stand here and pass time until the shop opens and then wait in his shop for midnight. Oh God, I just heard thunder outside. It's like this last week it's been one good day, one bad day, or sort of one good day and then next day there's storms and I get knocked off. So let's hope that this... I didn't even realise there were storms predicted for today, to be honest. Although the weather was very hot. I mean, we have hot weather here. That does often lead to storms. 70% chance of precipitation. It's not supposed to start until about 9 o'clock. Well, it's only 5, so we'll see. Oh, now his store's not open. Last time I had this problem, I went around the back and his back door was open. Yes. That's how we do it. And then I come in here and he's waiting out the front.
Greetings. Oh.
Break-ins.
I've lost it. I'm... As I... Good day.
Right. And so we now have to wait until midnight. So 12 hours will be 8 p.m. Well, let's make that 9. So we do 15 hours and it'll be just before midnight. So I think I just had somebody post a comment on my YouTube channel asking about if I get... Aren't you tired to do over the start of the game. Anapoda. No. But also yes. Whoop.
Show me!
I need some potions. Or a big heal, and I don't have a big heal spell that I can use at this point. Let's get some sorcery back. Oh, and I didn't need it in the end because I killed him just as I went to get my potion. So that's why you shouldn't check your YouTube comments on the phone while you're in the middle of a mission. And that mod is not working. Damn it. Maybe there's something I've got to check on for that mod. I added a mod that was supposed to make it so that I could hit A to take all. Much like in Skyrim, you could just hit R to correct all. But maybe there's a config option I need to do. It's nothing. Is it in controls now, maybe? Activate. No, there's nothing listed there. I didn't really expect there to be anything listed there. Excuse me. Anyway. Swapped around because there's two keys that are swapped between Oblivion and Skyrim, and I got so used to the Skyrim versions I decided to swap them back today, and now it's giving me problems. R and F. So in Skyrim, R is used to sheathe and unsheathe your weapons, and F is used to go to third person, but it was actually the opposite in Oblivion. And so I was forever getting it round the wrong way. I've swapped it back now, and my brain has obviously been very close.
Were you able to take care of my problem with
remembering that, and I'm not doing it the right way. So
you've gotten them? Come back anytime.
Okay, so that's the end of that mission. Yes, very good.
Tidings, citizen.
Actually, you might as well just wait out in front of the shop and sell all this stuff back to you, because, quite frankly, there's nowhere else there's not many other places in Anvil that we can sell such a diverse range of things. So let's wait for... Well, I wanted to do 7, but I obviously missed that. But I can then stop when it gets to 1, can't I? Cancel. There we go.
Greetings. What can I interest you in?
Okay, so we want to sell. Yeah, I think it's raining, and I can see, damn it, frames are dropping. I hope the channel doesn't drop out, guys. It really looks like it's going to. This is so annoying.
You've made a good price for a good customer. That's you've made that's it. You've made a good bit of gold. Thank you for your business.
God damn it.
Come back anytime. Greetings. I offer the finest goods and lowest prices in all Cyrodiil. Come back anytime.